Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Raddy RF919. This is an AM/FM long-wave, weatherband, airband, CB, VHF, UHF, single sideband, shortwave, app-controlled portable radio. During this video, I'm performing an evening medium-wave band scan with the internal antenna. We'll see how it goes. First we'll go over features, second I'll do a size comparison, and third we'll start cruising the evening band. So let's check it out, the RF919. Currently it sells for $269 at Amazon, though recently I've seen it with a 10% off coupon, bringing the price down a good chunk. There's going to be some competition out there. Retekis gets theirs going. Rangda brings theirs out. You're going to start seeing prices drop on this unit. If you really are waiting for a good deal, it'll happen soon. This summer definitely, of 2024. So looking at the radio, you can see it does quite a bit. Let's quickly go over everything. We'll look at the front here. That's where everything's at. We have our main LCD. As you can see, it's got perpetual calendar. We have current time, which is 11:23 Central Daylight Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA for the sake of the band scan. Add 5 hours for UTC. With the power off, you'll also can see little indicators, 2 little light bulbs. The first one indicates that this light is on all the time, and the second one is that light is on all the time for the secondary window. Battery life indicator. We have some buttons down below the main screen, which is pretty nice to have. We have pause, play, squelch. Radio band for our basic radio bands, sub band for meter bands like on shortwave, UHF, VHF. We also have CB and air underneath there. Bandwidth, which I'll probably be using tonight. We have different modes of bandwidth and demodulation, upper sideband, lower sideband if we're in shortwave. Antenna selector. When I get external antennas, I'll start using this. I'm going to do a video with this hooked up to a twin coil in the future, and also their proprietary loopstick antenna. Attenuator. We have a Bluetooth mode there. Over here, time set, and also turning on or off this light. Alarm, same thing, set alarm and turning on and off this light. Display function, when you press this when the radio's on, this is this show alarm. It's dual alarm actually, which is nice. It'll also show signal strength, signal noise ratio, and your local time over here as well. Sleep function on the power button. We have a scan button, which is really nice on the airband, an auto-tuning storage system on the same button. If you see my review, I'm not a fan of that button, because if you press and hold it a little bit too long, you can wipe out all your memories. That's not fun, especially on the airband. Over here we have the setting, so you can access different settings on different bands and on the main menu. We have an outside tuning wheel, which is fast tuning and slow tuning in the center. And this also works as a selector when you're choosing settings. We have a backspace, delete function for presets, and then we have preset additions right here, manually adding presets. Down here we have a numeric keypad to enter frequencies directly, which is fantastic. You get the EN, which is enter, and the frequency you desire. We have a record function, so if we heard something we liked, we could hit record and record the program. That's a really nice feature to have. EQ, we have a few EQ settings depending on what band you're on. We have tuning up and down, which is really handy, and presets up and down. Volume controls. Going to the right hand side of the radio, we have a manually tuning wheel, so you might see me using this during the medium wave scan. I'm taking a new approach. I'm not going to be talking during the medium wave scan to go a little quicker. The final thing of note, I'll have it pop up on the bottom of the screen of what the station is and its distance from my location. But this here is a manual tuner. I've noticed it helps me remove any kind of spurious tones this radio produces, and it produces quite a bit with all these electronics going on, these LED screens and everything else. I can't wait for the external antennas, which I'll show you in a second. It definitely makes a difference, and you don't have to use this then. Here we have a lockout switch. We can lock the wheels, and we can lock out everything. Auxiliary in, headphone jack, which sounds great. We have micro SD for TF card playback. We have Type-C charging for our batteries. Top of the radio, you can see it's set up for external antennas. We have a VHF, SMA male, I believe that is. Yeah. And then we have our external loop antenna. It is proprietary. It's a tip ring sleeve, so it doesn't take a TS very well. So just keep that in mind. If you're using medium wave antennas of your own, like a passive loop or a twin coil, it goes on the back side here. And you can turn the loopstick feature on and off up here. Carry strap area here. This is a beast on FM. It's got an awesome 38-inch antenna for the whip here. Fantastic. So yeah, watch that review. You'll love it. Goes into detail about some of the reception there. Going to the back of the radio, we have a cool handle. Back here is an external antenna port 2. That's usually used for shortwave, airband, and FM. Not FM. Airband, I believe CB, shortwave, and medium wave. Up here we have the antenna tuner, which I right now have medium wave. You can select that to shortwave 1, shortwave 2. That is to accommodate the different loop sticks you decide to build or put on top there. Got a fold-out stand. It clips in the back here. Super bass reflex. This thing does hammer, which sounds good. 2 18650 flat top batteries power this device. And in the bottom, you can see it's got a rubber bottom there. Little feet here. Nice. Okay, so let's do a quick size comparison. Start cruising the band. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to leave this. I'll put this here for now. Got a little AA battery holding it up because otherwise it flops around. But during the band scan, I'll be holding the radio. So I get it to sit. It's about as good as I'm going to get it. Let's see. I got some radios to my left here. Got a CC Pocket, AM, FM weather alert. You can see just how small this is. The big radio here does have weather alert as well. 919 does it all. It's pretty awesome. Here we have CC Skywave. Awesome. AM, FM weather alert, airband, shortwave. This does it all as well. So there you are. You're paying for it. Like I say, just wait for a good deal. If you don't have those radios, we have a deck of cards. Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He loves Raddies with single sideband, man. Yeah, he rocks. Single sideband or no buy. Ha ha ha. I don't know how many times I've heard that. Well, I'm looking for single sideband options all over the place for you guys. So yeah, don't worry, I'm looking out for you. All right, so let's turn this on and start cruising the evening band. So you get greeted with a CW. Okay, that's annoying. Let's go and turn that down. Now that is some RFI. And that's not coming from the radio. That's coming from a USB charger, which I forgot to turn off. Here's a little click. That should take care of that issue. Let's go ahead and turn this back up. All right. Okay, so you can pause here too. So you might hear me doing that if I decide to comment during the video. But we have medium wave band we're on, demodulation AM, bandwidth 3 kilohertz, volume of course, stepping. I'll pretty much leave it on 10 kilohertz unless I need to fine tune. I'll use a center. But typically, you can go 1 kilohertz tuning or 10 kilohertz or even faster. You can go 100 kilohertz, which is pretty nice. Here it's indicating internal loopstick. And the little finger pointing is you can use this manual tuner. It's saying you can use that, which is pretty handy. Love it. So let's go ahead and have some fun. You can change the color of the screen, by the way. I believe there's like yellow, orange, blue, white, purple. I like the green. I'm a fan. So let's go ahead and get started. Turn this up.
Keeping you informed, entertained, and connected locally across the Civic Media Network. I'm Pete with the 60-second Showbiz Beat. Variety is posting the predictions for Emmy Award nominations for Best Supporting Actor.
Floods. Too often, public officials find themselves at the mercy of outside advisors when planning, budgeting, and building these projects. And let's face it, they rarely meet deadlines or budgets, leaving our communities vulnerable. There's a better way forward. Control Point Engineering. At Control Point Engineering, we're more than just civil engineers. We're champions of quality and efficiency with over 40 years of hands-on experience. Teaming up with Earthworks Land Development, we're breaking barriers and streamlining processes. Say goodbye to disjointed partnerships and hello to seamless collaboration.
This is the Ramsey Show. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Well, Jade, it's back by popular demand 5 years after we launched it, and then a pandemic happened. The Live Like No One Else cruise is back.
It's CSBO, Chatham Kids Country.
Are you a young novice or commercial driver? In Ontario, these drivers have a 0 blood alcohol concentration index on their license and cannot have any alcohol or drugs in their system when behind the wheel. Impaired drivers face serious plan ahead for a safe ride home and always drive sober. Keep your license.
Holiday weekend was less violent than last year's Memorial Day weekend. Compared to 2023, there was a 22% drop in shootings and a 9% decrease.
It's 11:36 now in America's Music City. My name is Jeff Hogue. I have one more segment of music leading up until midnight. I want to remind you, if you're a bluegrass fan, you can wake up every weekday with some of your favorite modern and legendary bluegrass tunes. It's called WSM's Bluegrass Breakfast. It happens Monday through Friday, beginning at 5 a.m. Central, and it leads directly into coffee, country, and Cody. It's all brought to you by our friends at Purnell's Old Folks Country Sausage.
Hey, it's Bill Cody, and the show, well, it's pure American country. This week, I'll spotlight domestic happenings, pop culture, sporting events, and what was playing on your country.
I was hurt in a car accident. My attorney now at the barn firm, they got me $6 million.
My attorney got me $5 million.
My attorney got me
I didn't mean to snap at you. I would have snapped. I want it quickly shot down that I support them.
Oh, I would have snapped myself. And I was just going to say, I saw your write-up on the guys at 1250, Sparky Pfeiffer, bringing this thing back in Milwaukee.
Yes.
So that was nice to give them some love.
Really how the composition of our economy has changed so much. And you can see that in perhaps the way you read. If you instead of reading digitally, I'm not a great fan of digital books, but I'm somebody who used to read several newspapers a day on paper at that time. And a lot of things that used to require physical products and don't anymore. I'm not sure that
the 21% range, I might add. So people that live through that, we haven't seen this in quite a number of years. But what we're seeing is that the American spirit is tough. We are rugged individuals. We can get darn near everything. We have...
Good times. the ball game is over. The New York Yankees hold on through the night, and they defeat the Angels at the big game 2-1.
WGN Radio. I'm Ollie James, and
All the world knows Rio had it. Kings and dukes at him. The herd, they couldn't get it.
I mean, on the surface, this could be a massive solution.
When it comes to such a major part of almost every pharmaceutical, find somebody to sign on the corporation come on with it. Dr. Aux-in is again looking for that. Much of the funding for the research so far has been
countries of origin are those with which we are quite familiar.
Okay, good luck with this particular argument. Meanwhile, when it comes to economic issues, it turns out
company based on Chicago's North Shore is apparently the winning bidder for Oberweis Dairy, which filed for bankruptcy protection last month. A statement from a division of the Hoffman family of companies confirms it.
Different job that has nothing to do with landscaping or mowing, because you need to network at night. Right. So I would look into your other skill set, even if you don't have a specific skill set, even doing, Instacart or Uber or on a Flex, some of these other jobs where you can kind of just turn on the app and go at night, which is when people are using them. That's an option. Are you handling all
tragedy in Rafah and what has happened in that bombing will not impact Netanyahu's operation. He is bent on
part of me says yes, and the reason why is because they're replacing the someone with be the next. They can't do it.
Are there people in government who have been subject to subversion by the Chinese state who that we still have not been able to expose, who explain why so much of Canadian policy seems to be sympathetic to Chinese purposes?
That's the nature of the beast, right? Memento mori, as Dr. Helder would say. Everybody dies, but what do we die for? Are we dying in a post-human apocalypse where we're changing our DNA? That's very interesting that we both pulled the helix. Coming up, we're going to pull cards on some of you calling in tonight. 503-225-0860. That's 503-2250.
Je suis Ariel Sharon. Qu'est-ce que ça raconte, celui-là?
Ariel Sharon, pour les personnes qui l'ignorent ou qui l'ont oublié, il est né en Palestine, mort en Israël, État dont il a été premier ministre de 2001 à 2006. Puis le 4 janvier 2006.
Or call 800-259-2471. Extension 628. The future of banking is Jefferson Financial Federal Credit Union. Secured by NCUA.
Get your garment from Bayou Marine Electronics in Chalmette. And fight fish, not just. Come to Bayou Marine Electronics today. The Garmin's full line of easy-to-use marine electronics, including fish finders, chart plotters, transducers, GPS combos, radars, sonars, and live scopes. Also check out our large selection of trolling motors, get expert service, and professional solutions.
If you don't have a snowball. Author and former Newark Starlet, not former, Newark Starlet columnist Jerry Eisenberg still on CBS's Drive Time with Michael Wallace in the evening. And New York news writer and former WFAN host Tony Page joined us on High Side to talk about the merging of MLB and Negro League staff.
I think it's about time. People say that Babe Ruth had the regular season before he was to walk. Okay, great. But he wasn't facing any black pitchers. Maybe he would have had more. Maybe he would have had less. He never got to play with them.
I mean, when we were down in D.C., we went to go see a garden store on the right. If they made him rock up his gun, it's not okay. You're not in the detail. Nobody, we don't want any, anyone to see a gun and go, hey, who's that guy? I mean, this whole Mar-a-Lago case and this discussion is just such a obscenity, and it really...
And we're back with Al American Stories and Jeremy Funk. Jeremy is sharing with
The Western Iowa Mutual is standing with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with products, services, and protection. Your life not only...
Empowers them to look beyond their histories and to see what opportunities are available. We help them get involved with their kids' schools, network within the community, and when we do, we unite them. We make the community stronger. What I do is something I wish someone had done for me, and I am so grateful I am able to. My name is Meera Basra. I help families see opportunities.
It was the best music, the best movies, the best cars, the best clothes, the best guitars, the best... I started playing guitar because my mother could play guitar a bit, and she was trying to teach herself to bear on this. People are making too many decisions at the
display over the Delaware River on June 29th.
It's exciting. We have construction meeting the confluence of all the summertime activities on the waterfront.
Joe Forkin is president of the Delaware River Waterfront Corporation.
We are open. We're expecting large crowds. The construction really doesn't interfere. I mean, the contractor and PennDOT.
That sounds like a portal to me.
It does sound like a portal. And
more closed than ever, and just as brutal as ever. Some attributed the hardening of the laws and the growing restrictions and control on slaves.
Up and the beings in the room, and very often not being able to move.
Not from just the remnant of Jews. And throughout all of history, there continue to be a remnant of Jews who come to faith in Christ, who
Yes, good morning. Excellent program. Thank you for your work, Frank. I guess I have a multiple point question, so take a note.
You know, aerobic fat babies verify this door off your own.
Oh, I tell you, I have so many beautiful stories, just like...
The year also relates to change in the fourth season, and that actually relates to a longer
Serve our customers. If you are ready to work hard, learn a lot, and make a great living while working with a proven leader with an award-winning team, then we...
That's Fidelcia, Minnesota, working its way back up the left side. Halfway through extra time.
Minimum for a full dose twice a day. If finances are not an issue, take a full dose 3 times.
Scored 2 goals in 51 seconds is pretty amazing. I'm telling you, Stanley Cup playoffs is unmatched. It's fantastic.
Construction collapsed during a powerful thunderstorm. Folks in and around Dallas and Houston reporting baseball-sized hail and hurricane.
Couldn't fix what ailed Russell Wilson, and he was good in spots, and statistically, folks will always, hey, point that stuff out. That's all fine and good. But the reality is that they missed in big opportunities and missed a lot of wide open receivers.
Recognize the new I don't know if you invited to go down there, but what I wanted to ask you, because you're only 40, where would you start the music to give us the story? Because we're going back 100 years. But I heard these stories are very, very good.
There we go. Cool. We're over. It's fun. We went through the whole band. Now, if you heard, this has a lot of RFI built into the radio, affecting its internal loop stick, which you can eliminate with the Terk Advantage Passive Loop, which I was doing here. If you have one of these or an AN200, Texan will do the same thing, or even the old school select antenna, or even your homemade passive loop will do a great job of just detuning that spurious noise and helping the radio along. It didn't always work, but it worked in most cases. Once in a while, the little manual tuner would help a little bit in conjunction with the passive loop. Sometimes on its own it did as well, but in the day I noticed it was more active, easier to use this during the nighttime. But overall, it's a great radio if you have a passive loop handy for medium wave. So there you are. That's my takeaway. Until we get the external antennas tested here, this is what you can expect to have. Once Raddy starts shipping those external antennas, I'll get one. We'll do that. And of course, I'll do a tune coil. If they don't send me that stick right away, I will use a twin coil and see how we can do with that. And you can also direct connect this passive loop to the radio as well. And then you just use this as your antenna and you move this around. That's also something to think about, but then you're always tuning this as well. Same with the twin coil. You have to keep tuning this to keep the antenna in tune. But it is an option if you're trying to get away from those birdie tones or RFI. So, all right, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a big like. Yeah, give me a like if you like the radio. I mean, yeah, you know, it's going to get less expensive and it's going to be awesome. This is a great radio to have around. If you're an enthusiast, it's perfect. Definitely love having it. So, 2, if you like Raddy products, you want to see more, hit subscribe at the bell icon. And 3, comment below what you think about the evening band scan of the RF919. You saw it. I have fine control. I had the bandwidth options. That's handy. Forgot to mention, you do get 200 presets, though that's more than you need on AM, on the medium wave. But you get that per band, so 1,600 total. Not bad at all. So, yeah, loving this radio. So definitely check out the review up in the iCard section there and tell me what you think. And we'll go from there. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next video.